Hello and welcome to the Legal Aid Society's instructional video about the general foreclosure process. Today we are going to discuss some basic issues about foreclosure. In this video segment, we'll walk through the basic foreclosure process and the important moments you need to take note of. First, it's important to remember that foreclosure is generally a slow process. It will usually take a minimum of 3 to 4 months before you will be asked to leave your home. In Jefferson County, this time is even longer. Usually it takes about 6 months. The take-home point here is that you do not need to leave your home immediately. You have time to explore alternatives to foreclosure, make other arrangements, and possibly even save your home. But first, let's learn some basic definitions associated with the foreclosure process. First, what is a foreclosure? A foreclosure is the legal process by which a homeowner's right to property is terminated, usually because a homeowner has missed one or more payments on the home loan. This typically results in a forced sale of the property at public auction, with the proceeds applied to discharge the mortgage debt. The borrower is the homeowner who has taken out a loan. The lender is the party from whom the loan was acquired. Usually the lender is a bank. When the borrower takes out a loan, he signs a set of documents. These documents create a contract between the borrower and the lender. Within this contract are the terms that explain the payment process, the finance information, and the default terms. A default is a late payment or a missed payment of the monthly mortgage payment, although this varies by contract. Once an individual is in default, the lender will usually begin the foreclosure process. As soon as the borrower misses a payment, the lender generally sends what's called a notice of default. This notice will state that the borrower is in default. Usually this means that the entire balance of the mortgage will become due at once, and unless the borrower can pay the full balance, the house will be foreclosed upon. At this point, the borrower has entered what we call the pre-foreclosure phase. Provided the borrower has not paid off the balance of the loan, the lenders will begin sending warnings of foreclosure at about 60 days past the due date of that payment. If the borrower does not catch up or pay off the loan, the lender will file a complaint in the circuit court. A complaint is simply the lender's side of the story. From here, the homeowner will be served with that complaint, and the homeowner will have 20 days to respond with an answer. An answer is the homeowner's side of the story. Filing an answer is the only way to protect your legal rights in the foreclosure process. If the borrower files an answer within 20 days, the case will be reviewed by the Master Commissioner, who will make recommendations to a judge about whether to issue an order of sale. This is the time for a borrower to assert any defense he or she may have regarding a missed or late loan payment. The judge will issue a final ruling. If the borrower does not file an answer within 20 days, the lender will receive what's called a default judgment. This means the house will be sold to satisfy the debt. The borrower will receive no further paperwork after the default judgment is entered. In Jefferson County, the courts now require what's called a conciliation conference between the lender and the borrower. A conciliation conference means that before a house is sold, the borrower has an opportunity to sit down with the lender and attempt to work things out. Depending on the homeowner's financial situation, this may include a new financial package to get the loan back on track or a possible loan modification. If the borrower has failed to file an answer, or the judge has issued an order of sale, or if the conciliation has failed, the Commissioner's office will prepare a notice of sale for the property. The homeowner will receive the notice of sale via registered mail or by delivery by the sheriff. The Commissioner will also place a sales notice on the property. This information will also be recorded in the Commissioner's office and published in the local newspaper 3 weeks prior to sale. Upon auction or sale, the property will be sold to the highest bidder, who will receive a deed to the property upon payment. If the property sells at auction for less than 2/3 of its appraised value, the borrower has 1 year to buy back the property for the price paid at auction plus interest and retake possession of that property. This is known in Kentucky as the redemption period. This is the end of this segment of the Legal Aid Society's foreclosure video. Hopefully this video has helped you acquaint yourself with the basics of the foreclosure process. For more help, please contact your local legal aid office.